June, July 2019, there was this guy who started coming into the store pretty consistently. He was pretty odd, I guess you could say. He was around 6 feet, tall and lanky, with dark, patchy facial hair and messy, long strands of thinning, oily black hair that contrasted with his extremely pale skin. He spoke in this creepy whisper-like voice and would drag every word out for way too long. And just as he spoke, his movements were slow and drawn out to match. The first time he came in, he asked me what my name was. Then each time he came in after that, he would stop, look at me, and then just say my name in that creepy voice. He gave me bad vibes, but I didn't think much of it. He didn't cause any issues. He would just buy a drink and leave. He was an unproblematic customer, and I felt guilty for being creeped out by him. I would just tell myself to stop being judgmental. Well, one night he comes in and does not stop to say my name. He fast walks right past me to the restroom. His shirt, his arms, and his hands are covered in what appear to be blood. At this point, I'm kind of in a state of shock and confusion. No one else is in the store or parking lot. It's just me behind the counter and a psycho in the restroom. He isn't in there long, only a couple minutes. Before I know it, here he comes, fast walking by and back out the door. He didn't even make an attempt to wash up. At that point, I knew what I had to do. I walked over to the restroom door and pushed it open. As I walk inside, the first thing I notice is the toilet. There was a dead black bird in the damn toilet. Then I look over at the trash can in the corner and see another black bird just laying there on top. The next morning, he was arrested outside Walmart for smashing the cigarette butt collector thing open and searching through all the used cigarettes. But I haven't seen him again after that night.
A few years back when I worked at a gas station, I remember it was a Sunday night, which was always the slowest night of the week. I was about 4 hours into my shift and only waited on about 5 to 6 customers. On nights like this, where we didn't have a cop standing by, we had to lock the doors and serve customers through the little window and drop box on the side. This gas station is connected to a little McDonald's, and since it was one of the few McDonald's that wasn't open 24 hours, they were already closed and everyone had gone home. Point is, I was completely alone. A light fog had drifted in and coated the street and parking lot. This gas station is in a small, somewhat isolated country town. I was watching something on my phone and was connected to McDonald's Wi-Fi. Suddenly, the power went out. The store nor McDonald's had a backup generator. The lights, inside, outside, even the street lamps were out. The entire surround area was plunged into total darkness. The only illumination was coming from my phone screen. The video I was watching on YouTube stopped as well since the Wi-Fi went out. There was no light, no sound, with the exception of the cooler motors whining down. Every now and then, the cooler doors creaking or cracking. Have you ever been in such a silence that your ears ring? It was like I was in a Silent Hill game or something. Every step I took to go outside seemed deafeningly loud. I could feel the blood pounding in my ears as I made my way towards the exit to unlock the doors, step outside and have a smoke, and to have a reason to be outside. I could see a little better from ambient lighting coming from wherever. The moon behind the clouds, the chemical plant miles away, who knows? It was silent outside as well. No cars in the distance on the road, no bugs or crickets, no frogs, just the ambience of the air. Now, I'm not scared of the dark, being alone, robbed, nothing like that. There was just something about it, this unsettling, isolated feeling, like the shadows were swallowing me alive. The power came back on a few minutes later, but it was one of the longest few minutes I'll never forget.